Welcome to this tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to create God rays like a god. I recently made this music video for a client. I'll put this link in the description. You can check it out. It's really a cool music video. And I used a lot of God rays for this. And as you can see here, this is the type of thing we're going to look at. And it's all done 100% natively in Eevee. So I'm here in Blender and I've got a very simple scene here. All I've got here is I've got the sphere here and then I've got a spotlight, and the spotlight is 300 watts or 300 power. And then if I go to material preview, this is what we've got. I went to the world and I made it black. So now I want to have some nice God rays, and the way we do that is through volumetric. So Shift A, press a new cube and just make this way big. Just maybe bring it up GZ, Control A for scale, and then we go up here and then we just enable this so we can so you can't select it, but we're going to work with it now, so we will toggle that now when we play with the scene. So let's go to the shading. Okay, I'm already in shading here. So basically what I do here is I create a new material. For the cube, I delete the principal BSTF, Shift A, principal volume, and then I put the volume into the volume. That's important. Don't put volume into surface. Put it into volume. And now we can already see that it's happening, but the problem is it's too dense. So we want to be way down, so 0.1. So if I put it 0.1, you can already see this nice sort of God ray happening here. And we can change the color of this, maybe add a bit of blue to it. And let's maybe bring the density, up to 0.1. And then this is the cool thing, is you can play with the anisotropy. And if you do that, you get all sorts of nice effects. And now I'm just going to disable the cube. If I bring up the ball and I move it, you can see it's got this nice sort of God ray effect. And that's the basics of it. It's the very basics of it. So you need a strong light, directional light, and then also, very importantly, you need your principal volume. So let me open up my Blender scene and I'll walk you through what I did there. So this is the Blender scene for the video I did. Let me just render it, and you can see it's got this really nice God ray here. So, okay, so the first thing I did is I've got this fog, and it's very big. If I go to solid view, you can see it encompasses the whole scene here. And I've got it, it's a principal volume set from the volume into the volume, and it's got this sort of bluish color, and then the density is 0.75, so it's not too dense, but there is some volume there. And then the anisotropy is set to 0.333, which I find to be quite nice. Okay, and then the very important thing here is your light placements. And if you work with volumetrics and God rays, less is usually more. So I've only got 3 lights in this scene. I've got this light here at the top called the character light, which is basically just a small area light that just lights up the character. So just add some light there. Then I've got an environment light here at the back that just adds some light to the panels, these panels here. And then the main light, if we put this off, you can see the main light is the sunlight here. And the sun is set to an angle, so obviously you can put the sun anywhere because it's an infinite light, but the angle matters. So I put the angle so it comes towards this direction, and it comes right through this window. And then you can see it creates this nice effect. And the very important thing to remember here, okay, yes, the sun is also, it's also quite, I'll put it at the strength to about 10, but you can just play with the strength until you get a nice effect. But usually you want quite a high strength for your sun. So the very important thing to remember here is to enclose your whole scene, because you don't want light coming in from the roof, because if I take the roof away, or any of these elements, the light will come in here as well. So you can create this sort of container so the light can only come through this window here, and then it will create this nice God ray effect. And that's basically how you did it, how I did it. And it's actually not that difficult. I mean, I struggled with this for quite a long while, but when I figured it out, it was easy. And it also, you'll be amazed how fast this renders in Eevee. And then for the final thing, all you can do is go to the compositing and just add maybe some glare and some bloom, and that's basically it. That is in a nutshell how you can create really cool God rays.